Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be filming a what's in my Prada bag. I'm so excited to share this video with you guys. I knew the day that I bought this bag that I was going to share it and do a what's in my bag because you guys loved the last one, but that one I did for like the spring summer, and so I wanted to do another what's in my bag for the fall winter so you guys can see like what I keep in my bag differently throughout different times of the year. And I'm just so excited. I want to share off this bag so bad. So the bag that I got is this one. This is the 2005 re-edition Tessuto. The only difference between the 2005 and the 2000 I think is the strap. So the 2005 has the like thin leather strap, and then the 2000 has the thicker strap. Did I say 2005? I can't remember. 2005 has the thin strap, 2000 has the thicker strap. I have the thinner strap. I love it so much. I originally wanted the thicker strap, but this was the one that I came across, so I ended up getting the thinner strap, but I think she's just as beautiful. So I got this in the shade Cameo. I ideally wanted the pink one. I just felt like that one was a little bit more me, a little bit more vibrant, but I just felt like this color was a little bit more classic, and I feel like I could wear this year round. If I had bought this bag like earlier in the summer, spring, I probably would have gone with the pink because that's just me, and I would really love like a statement piece, but I feel like this one was more ideal for the time of year that I was getting it, and I feel like I could also wear this a lot more. And yeah, so I have had about like a week or so to style and play around with this bag, and I'm obsessed with her. So I'm going to be sharing what I can and can't fit inside of here, and also just like talking about the bag in general, whether I like it or not. And then I also wanted to touch base quickly on my story time. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have been talking about my awful like designer bag horror story and just like all the problems I had trying to get this bag. So I have a part 1 in my get ready with me, so if you guys want to kind of understand what I'm talking about, then I would probably go watch that video because I went in depth about everything that happened. And so I would go watch that if you want to kind of understand where we are right now. But I guess the part 2 to that story, I think when I ended off, I basically decided that I was going to contact PayPal and get my money back from Depop because the girl never sent the bag. It had been almost 2 weeks at this point, and I had heard nothing about the bag. I had been messaging her, and I honestly heard nothing. So I'm gonna pull out my phone because I'm gonna use it as a reference for the messages. I essentially started looking for more bags, other people who were selling it, and some people were selling it for a little bit more, some people were selling it for a little bit less. The hard part about buying a resold bag is knowing whether it's authentic or not, and so I was really careful with who I was purchasing from because I didn't want to buy a non-authentic bag. So I basically was in contact with another girl who was also selling the bag, and she seemed super legit. I was messaging her and she was very like accommodating. She answered all of my questions, and I was like so down to buy this bag. I was upfront with her and I was like, hey, like, is anybody else interested? Anybody else like tempted to buy this like right now? She's like, I have a few other sellers, and she could have been lying, she could have not been, but I was like this close to buying the bag, and the girl who I originally purchased my bag from messaged me like literally out of nowhere, and she was like, hey, I just sent off your bag, like, and she sent me a tracking number. And I was like, 2 weeks later you sent me a tracking number like out of nowhere? I was like, I mean, like, I'm happy, but at the same time I'm like gonna look into this. So PayPal contacts me and they're like, hey, your seller just said that she is sending the bag, and she also sent a tracking number. And I was at work at the time, so when I got a break, I went in the back and I looked up the tracking number. The tracking number said that the bag was delivered to California. And I was like, I don't live in California. And the bag said it was delivered like early the month that I was gonna get. I think it was like early October. And I was like, this girl sent my bag to the wrong person. I was like, maybe she sent me the wrong tracking number. So I ended up messaging her, and I was like, hey, the bag said that it was being shipped to California and it said that it was already delivered. Maybe you sent me the wrong tracking number. And she messaged me back and she's like, I'm so sorry. I shipped your bag to my like previous seller, and the previous girl who just bought something for me, and she said that she's gonna send it back to me and then I can send it to you after she sends it back. And she's like, or I can offer you a refund now because like you've gone through all of this. But I was so destined to get this bag that I was honestly willing to wait. But she went ghost again. I was messaging her asking if there was any updates, if the girl had sent the bag back or anything, and literally nothing. The girl just like went ghost to me. To this day I haven't heard anything from her. So I ended up finding someone else who was selling the bag. Like I said earlier, I originally wanted the 2000, which is the one with the thicker strap, but I saw that she was selling this one. It was a little bit more than I had originally paid for the first bag, but I ended up getting it and I don't regret it at all. I really appreciated that seller, the new one, because she was really accommodating. She answered all of my questions. She like shipped everything super fast and she was just super nice. And I feel like it threw me off. For any of you guys who may be confused, I bought this on Depop, and I wasn't too worried about my money being lost because I knew that I had buyer protection. And that's the same thing with Poshmark. Like, I knew that if I bought it and I didn't get what I expected, I could always get my money back. It was just frustrating having to go through all of that. This was like a 3-week process for me trying to get this bag. Like, I bought it and waited 2 weeks for my original seller to even say anything to me about the bag. She didn't ship it. She didn't like update me, and like her only excuse was like, I'm super busy and like I've had a hard 2 weeks. And which I understand, like we're all in school, like whatever it is. We're in the middle of a pandemic. This bag is not that big of a deal, but it was just like the communication aspects with me. Like, I just can't stand like poor communication. So yeah, that really bugged me, but I'm really grateful to have the bag in my presence now, and I'm obsessed with her. So that was the story time. I wanted to update you guys because I know that I have been talking about it so much on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel. So this is part 2 to my story time, and it ended with me having the bag in my possession. So anyways, I'm gonna get into the what's in my bag. So this is her, and she only has one pocket, nothing on the outside, and I have this cute little charm. It just says like the Prada re-edition 2005, as well as the little charm on the front. And then she zips open, and this bag is honestly much bigger than you would think. So she's so tiny, like you see how small she is on my shoulder, but this bag can hold so much. So you guys can see I have a bunch of stuff in here already, so I'm just gonna go through it one by one and show you guys what I have in here. And just for reference how big this bag can hold stuff, I have this like film camera that I actually brought with me out the other night, and she fits in here. Like, that's how big this bag is. And honestly, I just have to like move stuff around, and I could zip this easily and take this out with me if I wanted to. That's how big this bag is. So it's my film camera that goes in my bag sometimes. And then next I have my wallet. This is my standard wallet. I had this in my last what's in my bag. This doesn't change. I prefer a card holder. I just think it's smaller, less bulky, and I rarely have cash on me anyway. So this is a great way for me to like be able to switch from bag to bag and not have to worry about whether my wallet's gonna fit. And then next I have this like hand elixir. So it's like a hand wash, but you don't have to wash your hands. So it's kind of like hand sanitizer, but it doesn't dry your hands out. So I really like it. And I looked into the ingredients and everything, and it's 98% natural ingredients. And I was looking, I was like, there's no way that this can actually clean your hands. And then I looked, and like the first 2 ingredients were water and alcohol. So I was like, maybe it does, I don't know. So that's also in my bag. Carried her out, and it smells so good. This is in like a rose water scent. It's the Junior Watkins brand, and I will have all of these products linked down below in the description box if any of you guys want to add this to your bag. Then next I have my keys in here. So these are my keys. They used to be a lot bulkier, and I took all of my keychains off, and I just have this little like off-white wrist wristband. I got this from a girl on Instagram. Her name, or her Instagram tag is Shop Revival. She has a bunch. Like, she has Louis Vuitton ones, she has Gucci ones. She released the off-white ones like a month ago. Those sold out, but she's always doing restocks, and she's actually doing like a few like Louis Vuitton holiday restocks. So I highly recommend her. That's who I got this from, and they're pretty inexpensive, which is nice. It'd be a good Christmas gift for someone. And then I have my chapstick. This is my favorite chapstick at the moment. This is the Mario Badescu Mint Lip Balm. Nothing's gonna focus, the light's too bright, but this is the mint lip balm. This is my favorite chapstick at the moment, and it's just a really good staple to always have. I have to have chapstick with me at all times, especially in the winter. And then next I have my lip combo in here. So it's the one I have on right now, and this is like my winter combo. Honestly, nothing ever changes. If you see me with a brown lip, this is probably what I'm wearing. I have the lip liner. This is the KKW lip liner in the shade 2.5. This is by far the best brown nude lip liner ever, and she has so many colors, and everyone that I've ever recommended this lip liner, they've all loved it. It's like the perfect nude. There's no red undertone, there's no orange undertone. Like, it is just like strictly nude, very neutral, and I'm obsessed with it. And then I also use, this is the ColourPop lip stick in the shade Appy. I don't even think they still sell this, but it's just a really like light nude pinky color, and I'm obsessed with this as my lip combo. But I'll try and see if I can find a similar option for this ColourPop one, because I know they don't sell it anymore. And then next I have in here just like a hair tie. You never know when you're gonna need it, so I have a hair tie in here. And then I have this. This is so cute. I literally just bought this, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this in my bag, because you know, there's just someday you like leave the house and you forget to put on deodorant, and I felt like this was a better option to keep it in my purse than to keep it in my car. Whereas my purse will be on me all the time. It's very rare that it's gonna get super hot and melt. I thought that it would be a better option to keep like a mini deodorant in my car. So this is the Native deodorant, and I think this is one of their holiday scents. This is the vanilla and chai. So I keep this inside of my bag, because you never know when you need to freshen up. And then the last thing I have in my bag is actually a little mini perfume. This is from the brand Dossier, and I am actually going to do a giveaway with them later on in like the season for Vlogmas. I'm going to be doing a little mini Dossier giveaway, so if you guys want to win a free fragrance, and I highly recommend, I will also leave a link down below, because you guys can get 10% off of a fragrance from there. It's not sponsored or anything, I just wanted to share it. But this is just like one of the mini samples that they send you with your bottle, and so I keep this in my bag so I can keep myself freshened up. This is in the shade Fresh Floral, and it smells like the Versace Brick Crystal. So that's everything I had inside of my bag, and she's completely empty, but she holds so much. So there's still so much space with this, and obviously there's days where I have my phone in there. I have the 11 X, or this is just like the regular 11, not the X. So it's bigger than the 11, but it fits in here perfectly, no problems. And I just really like this bag. I guess like my overall review, this is my first designer purchase ever, and I'm honestly really impressed. I feel like this bag is just super classic, and I could always pass it down if I wanted to. I could have it for years and it'll never go out of style. It's just like super classic, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want something that I was just gonna buy out of impulse to look cute right now, and then in a couple of years like I just have it thrown away in a box somewhere. I wanted it to be a bag that I could use all the time, so I'm really happy that this is the one that I went with. And if any of you guys are like contemplating getting it, or if you're looking for like a good designer bag purchase, I feel like this is a good one. And for a designer bag, it is not that expensive. Like, this is probably the cheapest designer bag I have ever seen, especially for it being Prada. So I highly recommend it. I'm obsessed with it, and I am going to be using her all the time. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful for any of you who have been looking at the bag, or if you just wanted to be nosy and know what I keep in my bag, then I hope you enjoyed this video anyway, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little story time that I had earlier in the video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I appreciate your support more than you know, and you guys mean so much to me. So thank you so much for your constant support. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below, because it really helps my channel out and helps me grow. And make sure you follow me on my Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video.